Hi, so before I start this video, I wanted to get your opinion on a quick question, and that is, should I change my channel name from Dream Plan Right to Misty Malcation? And if so, why? And also, do you think that it will help readers to be able to find my books better, or to make the connection that it's me writing the books, and thus, like, maybe getting more book sales in the future? It's something I've been considering, so let me know if you think that I should. Leave a comment, please. Your opinion is very appreciated. Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I've posted anything, so I'm sort of out of practice. I'm also trying to get everything in frame here because this is kind of a new setup. But I just wanted to show you really quick my new writing planner that I've set up for myself that's going to take me through all of 2025 and the rest of 2024. And then I have a separate planner that I set up just for like NaNoWriMo time. And so I wanted to kind of take you through what's in here too. I did a lot of printing for this one. And I'll tell you where I got everything that I put in here. I also have certain things in here that I created. I'll just start with my writing planner since this one will be pretty quick, I think. This is the first cover I ever got from the Happy Planner, and I still love it. I love rainbow so much. And then I made my own like set of rainbow discs. You can't buy these anywhere. I just took like, this one is from like a Mickey Mouse red set that I have, and then so on and so forth. Like I just took different discs and put them all together to make my own like rainbow. So I think this is very, very cute. I absolutely love it. So the first thing I have here in my writing planner for the rest of 2024 and 2025 is this quote from Emily Dickinson. I made this in Canva. It says, "Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all." And it's like one of my favorite quotes from her. It's a poem that I learned in school. So I printed it out on the back of this scrapbook paper and then laminated it. So I've been carrying it through different planners with me. Just a quote that speaks to me a lot. This is a monthly happy planner. It's called Boardwalk Ice Cream, and it looks like this. It's very colorful, and so I thought it looked really cute with the rainbow discs. This is the cover page for that. And you can't get this planner on the website anymore, but I know that I didn't even get mine from the website or from a store. I got it on like Mercari or Poshmark, one of those sites. So you can still find it easily, and it's still cheap. And it's an 18-month planner. So I kept these two like yearly overview pages in here. And then these pages are mine. I created these. They're part of my writing planner that I made for 2025. I'll link that below if you're interested. It's on Amazon. But this is a place where I can just write in my goals for 2025 for my writing specifically. So this is like writing goals, publishing goals, author platform goals. And then here's another page that's like events to attend or challenges to participate in. So like NaNoWriMo or any variant of that would fit in here, you know. Growth and development goals, so like what I want to learn this year basically, and then just any other goals. So I'm writing all my goals for 2025 in here, and I haven't gotten to this yet. I'm just like setting it up. And then it's breaking down goals into tasks, and so these headings correspond to like the different sections of goals here. And basically I'll just take the goals that I wrote and break them down and figure out like what I need to do to actually make that goal happen. So this is where I'll write down all the tasks that I need for each one. So writing, publishing, author platform, events, learning, and other. And then I'll take these tasks and I can schedule them into the months. And I have two different pages for this. This is just a worksheet, so 12-month goals timeline. I'll take the individual tasks that I brainstormed and I'll schedule them into these months. And this is just meant to be like a working plan, sort of like a worksheet. And then this is the working plan. So like I'll do a messy version here and then I'll do a neater version here. And this will be in my like these pages are in my writing planner too. If you want to go get it, it's got both of these in there. So I just think that this will be very, very helpful to figure out what I need to do every single month to get my goals done for the year. And so that's all my self-created pages for now. I might go through and add a few more. But just as an example, in that same writing planner that I talked about, there's also these pages. Like, I have a lot of different pages that I put in that planner. So I've got like TBR list, like to be read. You just write down you could either write down like the book and the author, the book and the genre, or just do one box per book and make it a longer list. But I have 2 pages for TBR list and 2 pages for books read, because sometimes your TBR doesn't quite match up with what you end up reading. So those will be in my writing planner too. I have them separated out here because I just printed them out. And actually, now that I'm thinking about that, it took me a second to find these, but this is another set of pages that I'm including in here. It's just author expenses tracker. So the description of the expense, the amount, the date that you paid it, or the date that it's due, and then a check mark when it's paid. So I have 2 of these, and these are both exactly the same. But I'm just going to stick these in here too, so I can track my author expenses throughout the year. Just any like subscriptions, or like if I get a cover designed or anything like that. That's what this is for. Okay, so then we move into the main part of the planner, and this is just a monthly layout. So I'm not going to show you November because I do have it filled out and it has some sensitive information in here, but I'll start with December. Side note, I think this is so cute, and this little December here matches my disc so good. I think it's so adorable. I wish all of the tabs were like that, but the rest of them are just white text, which is really sad. Or like this one's black, I guess, but I really like this one. But I'm going to use these pages here for just like a mind map or like a brain dump for everything I need to get done that month. And I can like do a mind map with the tasks that I wrote down, like writing down my tasks here. I can take those tasks and like the ones for the upcoming month, I can just put them here and like make a mind map, all the different ways that I want to accomplish those. So that's what these pages are for. But then this is just like, I'm going to write down, I'll probably like copy the tasks for the month right here, just so I can always have them at hand. And then obviously writing down any important dates or days I won't be able to write, or just making a plan for the month, you know. It's always good to have a monthly layout. See what days everything falls on and everything. And then here I can track like what days I've written, what days I read, you know, just writer things. And like the main priorities for the month and my to-do list and stuff. This will just be a really good like dashboard to see everything. But mainly I'll be using these pages that come with the monthly layout because I find them extremely, extremely helpful for a writing planner, more than like a weekly overview. Those never really help me when it comes to writing. I really, really like these checklists because like, so outlining, like I could make this whole page just be like outline this book, and I could write down like the different beats and then check them off if I've outlined that beat. So like opening image, setup, debate, you know, all of those. That's what I'll list here and then check it off as I've outlined it. And then like I could have this one be for drafting the book. Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, something like that. And then just check it off. That way I always have this, and it's not like tied to a specific week of the month. It's just like an overview for the whole month. So I find these very helpful for writing, and they're just simple to-do list pages. You don't even need a happy planner for this. Like you can literally just make your own to-do list in any notebook, you know. I just really love Happy Planner because I can change stuff around. And that's why I use it for literally everything. It's like a binder. So I'll just kind of flip through and show you the cute little dividers for this planner. I just think it's so adorable. So like this is why it's called Boardwalk Ice Cream, because in a lot of them there's this cute little ice cream design. I wish that it was on all of them because I love it. It's so cute. And this is what the cover looks like for this planner, just in case you're wondering, if you want to go find it. It says Find Your Happy on the front. Now, if the cover would have had ice creams on the front, I would have used it for like my main cover here, but it didn't, so. This one's adorable. If it would have had a cover like this, I would have been so happy. And then, yeah, so it goes all the way to December 2025. And then after that, I just have like some pages in here. I'm not going to show you these either because it has like addresses for my writer friends and like just stuff that I don't necessarily want to show. But I also have a bunch of just like blank Happy Planner pages that I got in like one of their focus notebooks, I think it was called. But it's just like plain paper with really soft lines on it. And I think it looks really cute with the disc because there's a lot going on with the disc, so it's cool to have like the plain paper. And I just have a bunch of that back here, so brainstorming notes, I'll just throw them back here. And then later on, if I need to move them to a different planner, because I do have multiple planners, just take it out and move it there. As of right now, it's pretty stuffed, so I can always take out some of these pages too if it gets too much as time goes on, but I'm pretty sure I'll keep it in this setup. So that was just a really quick overview of my writing planner for 2025. And now I just want to show you really quick this planner. This is just something I set up. This is just scrapbook paper behind here, which I think is really cute. Let me just tell you really quick the project I'm going to be working on for NaNoWriMo. I want to do 50,000 words on this project in November. I don't think the book will be done after 50,000 words. I'm shooting more for like 70,000 for this particular book, but I'm starting my Sherlock series that I've talked about on this channel before. And actually that reminds me, let me grab this. I had set this up in a different video. I'll link that video down below if you want to know what's in here. But I still plan to use this for sure for my whole series. Like, it's really big and it's really heavy. You can see it's pretty thick. This will be just like mainly brainstorming the series. So this still exists, but I need something I can take to work with me back and forth, and this is really heavy. And then also there were like a bunch of specific pages that are for NaNoWriMo that I don't want to like put in here because this is just going to be like info for the whole series. I guess you could say this is probably going to be more like my series Bible. So like everything I've figured out about the series and that I want to carry from book to book. So that's what this is for. And I do plan on doing an updated video on that notebook whenever I add more pages to it. So stay tuned for that. I'm planning to do a whole series that's like a historical mystery / romance series. And it's going to take place in like 1800s London. So if that sounds exciting to you, please subscribe because I'm going to be talking about this book in this series a lot. And I would love for you to buy it when it comes out. Also, you can sign up for my newsletter down below and you'll get like all of the information about the book as soon as it becomes available. So that's a good way to stay informed too. And okay, so what I have in here is everything I need to plan the writing of this book. So this is from Heart Breathings. If you sign up for her newsletter, which I'll link below as well, any information that I have, I'll link it all below. But if you sign up for her newsletter, you can get access to her resource library. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably already have done that. But this is October, November 2024 Preptober. It's just like prepping for doing your novel in November. That's what Preptober is. And she's doing her own version of NaNoWriMo called Rough Draft Challenge. So this is what that is. She created these pages. This is a noveling checklist just to help you get prepped for the month. And she has so much information in here. Highly recommend it. It's really great and it's totally free. So I've already started, as you can see, like filling this out a little bit. Prep your novel, prep your space. That's really important for me. And then I've already started filling out this to-do list. This is just like, if you read through these and you're like, oh, that reminds me, I want to do this other thing, you can put it here. And then a shopping list, very useful, like the tools you need to buy, collect, or prep. And then a decisions list. I've already started filling this out too. I thought it would be useful to just like cut down on the amount of decisions overall that I'll have to make in November and just like wear the same clothes every day, you know, like the same Monday outfit, Tuesday outfit, Wednesday outfit type of thing. I think that's how I'll do it. This is something she calls my creativity toolbox. And it's basically just you fill it out in advance. And then if you find yourself in a slump throughout the month, you come back to it, which I think is really cool. So we've got a rewards brainstorming sheet here. I do want to have some rewards for myself to help myself, draft. So definitely going to be filling that out. Emergency motivation, kind of the same thing as the simple joys. You fill it out in advance. You come back to it when you really need it. And then some information on here like heart breathings, Instagram, and stuff like that. And then this is about sprints. So a word sprint is just where you set a timer and you just write as much as you can during that amount of time. And so I just filled out my preferred sprint length is probably like 25 minutes. I feel like that's enough to like get you into it, but not too much to where you become burned out, as you're writing really fast. So, and then you can kind of figure out like how many sprints you need per day. So I'm gonna fill this out too, just some info, and then how you can calculate your own sprints and how many you'll need to like finish your book. And then this is a rewards planner. So like you can have a reward for if you hit 10,000, 20,000, 30, 40, 50. That's probably how I'll do it, but you can do it any way you want. And then fill in the reward that you get when you hit that milestone. This is always pretty motivating for me. And then a monthly meal planner, which is really nice too. You can just write down in advance like the meals you want to eat so that you can cut down on literally all the decisions that you need to make just throughout life, so you can just focus on your book, which I think is great. Snack, dinner. So like I'll probably end up just doing like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday type of thing, kind of like with my outfits, just the same thing. If it's a Monday, I know I'll be wearing this and eating this, you know what I mean? So just throughout November, I'm going to try that. And then this is just some like idea brainstorming before you start like plotting your novel. This is just like stuff to help you. But I already know what my novel is going to be. So, but this is extremely helpful. And I'll probably still go in and fill this out. And actually it's good for if you already know too, because it just says like, what do you currently know about your novel? You can fill that out. So those will be really good. And then this is for just like writing out a high level view of everything in your book, like your main characters, your title, your basic premise, your villain, stuff like that, just for your own knowledge so you can like reference it. And then this is list up to 10 possible scenes, and then you can like order them, so it's really good for outlining. And then this, I have a little bookmark here because I'm going to be coming back to this really soon. This is my working outline. So it's literally like just scratching out what the outline of your book is going to be. And this is probably how I'll do a lot of my brainstorming, because I do have some of my book outlined, but definitely not all of it, and I need to really get to work on that. But so there's this whole outline. Again, highly recommend getting this for yourself and printing it out, because I think it'll be really useful, even if you're not doing NaNoWriMo or the Rough Draft Challenge. And then this is just like some more information. I plan on reading through it later. I guess like brainstorming your scenes. This is like a fake book cover that I made for myself with like the title of the book and everything on it. I'm not going to show that because I kind of like to keep that a surprise so that I can do like some reveals in the future, like title reveal, cover reveal, stuff like that. So I think I'll keep it secret for now. But this is, so when I printed this, I could only print on one side of the page. So the way that I punched it was, instead of punching this one on this side like I would, I just punched it on this side so that I can have a full spread of the month. And I have another bookmark here. And I'll be able to write most days in November. I just think probably Thanksgiving I'm not going to. And so to make up for that, I'm going to do a double down day at the very end of the challenge, because I think I'll be pretty motivated to finish the book by then, or finish the 50K at least. So that's what my calendar looks like. And then I also wrote down here election day, just like any big holidays or events. I'm gonna be writing down in here. Almost gave my book title away. So I'm gonna flip past that page, but I made my own little page that has like my book title really big on it and just kind of looks official, you know. I got another bookmark in here because this is for target word count. So like I'll be coming in here every day to write down, this is for if you want to do 50,000 words. She also has a blank one for if you want to like make your own goal and write your own targets in here. But if you want to write 50,000, you know, you're going to need to write 1,667 per day. So she has that here. And then your total. So down here at the bottom will be 50K. This is 25. And then you can just keep track of your word count and if it actually matches up to what it's supposed to be. So it'll just be really helpful for tracking. You can also do this on like a website, but I like to track things in person too, like with my pen. So, and this is a rough draft challenge game board that she made. So like as each day goes, you can fill it in. I think that this will be pretty motivating too because I like coloring stuff in. I will tell you the series, I did come up with a working like series title. This might change, but it's probably going to end up being this, the Baker Street Ladies Society. That's going to be the title of the series. I'm guessing that each book will probably be around 70,000 words. Give or take, maybe more, I'm not sure, but probably 70. And so just to make it easier on myself, I came up with this little method for plotting. And that's where I write down like for the beginning, the middle, and the end, like how many words it'll be, how many scenes it will be. Basically to get the scenes, I just divided the total word count by 1,500 because that's probably about how many words a scene will be. So then I get like these scene counts. That's how I get that. And so for the beginning and the end parts of the book, they're pretty much the same because that's like half of the book. And then the other half of the book is part 2, like the middle of the book. And so that's kind of how I get this. And this goes from the Save the Cat method of plotting, except I did a few little changes here just to make it easier on myself and just the way that I tend to write. So I took out 2 of the beats and then I kind of flipped around how they appear. So for me, the setup, like the opening image is just part of the setup for me. I find it easier and stuff like that. So I just kind of made my own like edited version of that. And obviously you can do it however, but. So I do have some sticky notes covering this, but this is like my own version of an outline. And so like for the setup beat, I figured out that I'll need 4 scenes. And so I've already gotten those like pretty locked down. And so I wrote, it looks like this. And so I typed in here in Canva, like what all the scenes are. And so I just covered those up here, but I'll show you in a second what it actually looks like. And then theme stated and meets love interest is going to be the same for me. Like this, like that's the beat where it happens, you know? And so I have that plotted already in the catalyst. Those are single scene beats. And then for debate, I have 4 scenes. So once I figure out what those are, and I've pretty much got those brainstormed at least, but once I figure out what those are, I'm just going to come in here and note them down. And I think it's really, really helpful to know like how many scenes each beat is. And so again, I just made all this in Canva, but so there's that. I got the break into 2, and that's the last scene of the beginning, at least for me, how I divide it up. And then just any notes I have, that's going to be a single scene. And then this starts the middle of the book, for me at least. And then for fun and games, I know that I'll need 10 scenes. For me, a lot of times when I'm plotting, it's hard because like I'm writing a list of bullet points. And I don't always know like if the bullet points are going to go in the same scene or different ones, and if I have too many or not enough. So this will be really useful for plotting out like 1,500 word scenes, and then I'll know if the fun and games is long enough. You know what I mean? Or if it's, you know, too long. So I'll know how to like edit before I even start. You know what I mean? So it's like really good for figuring out your novel in advance so that you don't have to do quite as much editing later on. So midpoint will be 1 scene. Bad guys close in will be 9 scenes for me. The All Is Lost beat will be 1 scene. Dark Night of the Soul will be 2. And then just any notes I have for the middle of the book. And then I've got Break Into 3, which is 1 scene. And then the 5-point finale. And for a couple of the points, for 2 of the points, I'm making it 2 scenes. So at least for now, it might end up being different in the final book, but for now, how I'm plotting it, execute the plan is going to be 2 scenes, and execution of the new plan is going to be 2 scenes. And then the other ones are going to be 1 a piece. So I hope that makes sense. And then I'm going to have, instead of just like final image, I think what I'm going to do is have a scene that's the mystery resolution and a scene that's the romantic resolution, because I feel like that will be more satisfying. And then just any notes for the end. And that's kind of my version of the outline. So then I have another bookmark here, and this is for the daily pages. So it's really cool because she made pages for every day of the challenge to kind of keep you on track. And I'll just kind of take you through this really, really quick. So it tells you how many days are remaining in the challenge, the beginning word count. So at the beginning of the day 1, I would put 0, words left to write, 50,000. And then my intention for the day is scenes to write, word tracker. Scenes to write will be really useful for me. Word tracker, so like how many words you get per sprint. Like if you do 5 sprints that day, and you can kind of track it here. And then my mood today, what I'm loving about the story, the daily wrap up, so just anything you want to say about it, total words for today, and new monthly total. So that'll be different from this. And then again, I can only print it one side, but the good thing about this is I didn't have to add any extra notes pages here. I can literally just write my notes on the back side of all of these pages. So that's what I'm going to do. And then also it'll be useful for like if I'm in here and I'm plotting this, but I don't necessarily know what I want to put here yet, I can do some brainstorming on this opposite side. So that'll be useful. But anyway, yeah, so there's a weekly wrap up too after the week. So like November 10th, there's a weekly wrap up because this is Sunday. And you can pretty much write how the week went, which is cool. Kind of help you get started for the new week, get ramped up. And then it starts the new week. And then it goes all the way through November 30th, the final day, which is really great that it's a Saturday, I think. And then a whole wrap up for like the whole challenge. And then she's got like notes on editing. Like while the story is still fresh, use this space to journal about like any major changes and edits you want to make. This will be extremely useful too. And then, yeah, I just have like a folder back here in case I want to stick anything in there. And then I have 2 of these plastic sheets. Happy Planner makes these. And they stick out a little more than the other pages, so I put them in the very back, but I can just slide in anything I want to here. And then the page I have in the back here is this cute like houndstooth pattern. I think it's very Sherlock. So yeah, that video was a little bit longer than I was anticipating, but that's kind of my setup for 2024 NaNoWriMo / Rough Draft Challenge. Let me know what you think, if you're going to try any of these. And if you're interested in my writing planner that I made, again, I'll have that link below. And if you're interested in the Heart Breathings one, I'll try to link that too, like how you can get signed up for that. And yeah, this was super fun. I'm super excited for November and to get back into the full swing of writing. Let me know if you're doing a similar challenge, and I'll talk to you very soon. See ya.